Joining me in Studio 61 is Daniel Friedman from WMGNA. A lot of people, including Matt, don't really like to talk about taxes and tax time, but the important thing about tax season is to start planning ahead of time. We have 3 months left for the rest of the year, and so there are some things that we should be keeping in mind as we inch our way towards the end of the year when it comes to our taxes. Right, Daniel?
Yes, correct, Erica. There are some things we should keep in mind.
So where should we start? Start us off, things that we need to be keeping in mind.
Well, we start at the beginning and take a look at where you are so far this year as income, investment income. Mm-hmm. Are there opportunities to reduce your income that need to be done before the end of the year? 401k deductions, 529 savings plans. Here in Connecticut, you get a tax deduction.
Right. Let's talk about the big, beautiful bill. How is that affecting things? And what are some things, some changes that we should be aware of?
Well, that has necessitated a deeper dive than what you would normally do, because there are several things, especially for Connecticut taxpayers. There is a $40,000 itemized deduction that you can take that you could not take before.
Okay.
And that has to do with your state and local taxes, SALT. And that's only around for the next few years. It's not a permanent piece of the pie.
Who can take advantage of that?
Taxpayers with a modified adjusted gross income of $500,000 and less get the full $40,000.
So $500,000 and below?
And below,
okay.
Right.
So most people, I feel like.
Most people,
yes.
Right, absolutely. Now, if you're filing married, separate, then it's half of that. Then it's $250. But single, head of household, married, filing joint, all at that $500,000 level.
So what do we have to do to get that?
Well, you have to see where you are, and again, $500,000 is a lot of money. There are many families who are
so it's
around
sliding.
that. Exactly. It starts to go away rapidly. At $600,000, it's completely gone. And so there's what's known as a SALT torpedo. So there's things that you can do to lower your modified adjusted gross income to stay under that $500,000. You have 3 months to do that.
And what do you think is probably the most underutilized thing that taxpayers are not doing when they're filing their taxes? What are most people, or a lot of people, forgetting to do, forgetting to itemize, forgetting to include?
Well, I think most people, because time, no one has enough time to do anything, don't really have a tax or financial plan to begin with. And they will go throughout the year and say, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, some anecdotal stuff. And then they sit down and either do their taxes themselves, let's say with their tax preparer or H&R Block, and see how they're going to do. So the first thing is to, again, look at, and there's many free online things to see where you're going to land come April. So that would be the first thing to do. There are, again, some deadline things like that 529 contribution. You put in $10,000 married, filing joint. If you're in the 5% Connecticut bracket, that's a $500 savings. Very flexible, especially with the one big beautiful bill. Now on 529 withdrawals.
Okay, and that is for education accounts for people who are not familiar, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, Danny, thanks so much. I appreciate it. A lot more, I'm sure, that we need to keep in mind, but we're just getting started here as we inch our way towards the end of the year. Appreciate your help.
It's my pleasure.